The silence in your med bay is heavy. It is broken only by the rhythmic beeping of monitors. Each beep is a countdown to another death. Outside, a hostile fleet hangs in the void. They are a silent, patient siege. Inside, the enemy is louder. It is a sickness. The crew calls it the crimson bloom. It starts as a fever. Then comes the rash, a web of angry red lines. It spreads across the skin like a fatal flower. Your entire medical team is gone. You are the only doctor left on Station Epsilon. You are the only one with a plan. A desperate, unproven, and frankly insane plan. On your workbench lies a single auto-injector. It is filled with a shimmering silver fluid. It is not a cure. It is a rewrite. A complete overhaul of the human genome at light speed. It could save everyone. Or it could dissolve a person from the inside out. There is no middle ground. The monitors beep. Another life is fading. You pick up the injector. Your first patient is a soldier. His name is Private Jacks. He was one of the first to fall ill. Now, he is little more than a whisper of life. His breath is shallow. The red lines of the bloom cover his face. He is the perfect candidate. He has nothing left to lose. You press the injector against his neck. The device hums for a second, then clicks. A wave of silver light flows under his skin. It illuminates his veins with a star-like glow. You watch the monitors. His heart rate plummets. His life signs flatline. For 3 terrible seconds, there is only silence. You think you have failed. You think you just killed him. Then it happens. The monitors scream back to life. Heartbeat strong, respiration steady, brain activity spiking to incredible levels. The crimson lines on his skin fade. They retreat into his flesh and vanish. In less than a minute, he is completely clean. Apparently, mostly dead, is a treatable condition. He opens his eyes. They were brown. Now they are the color of silver, the same shade as your cure. He sits up, not with the groan of a sick man, but with a silent, fluid grace. He looks at his hands, then he looks at you. There is no fear in his eyes. There is only a terrifying, alien calm. The cure worked, but you have no idea what you have just unleashed. The station's comm system crackles. It is a sound no one has heard for weeks. The enemy fleet has maintained absolute silence. Until now. But this is not a voice. It is not a demand for surrender. It is a feeling. A wave of pure psychic pressure washes over the station. It feels like drowning in a cold, dark ocean. A pressure builds inside your skull. It carries a single, coherent thought. Not in words, in pure intent. A message of absolute contempt. It tells you that your species is a brief, noisy mistake. An error that will soon be corrected. Then the feeling focuses. It narrows from a floodlight to a laser. It is aimed directly at you. In the cold, silent dread, you feel a specific warning. They know. They know what you did in the med bay. They felt the ripple of your cure across the void. The message is simple. Stop, or everything burns. You almost laugh. Let them burn it. What are they going to do? Make the plague worse? The psychic wave recedes. It leaves behind a deep-seated chill. You look at Private Jacks. He is standing by the viewport. He is staring out at the silent enemy ships. He felt it too. But on his face, there is no fear. There is only curiosity. The medbay shelves are a monument to scarcity. Rows of empty containers. Gauze boxes with only a few squares left. The last bottle of painkillers is almost dry. Your miracle cure has a cost. Each dose requires a cocktail of rare biological agents. You had enough for 5. You have already used one. Now there are 4 doses left. and the list of the sick grows longer every hour. The station's chief engineer is fading. Her mind holds the secrets to the life support systems. The lead security officer is coughing up blood. She commands the station's final defenses. A young girl in the civilian sector, no older than 10, has the first telltale signs of the rash. You hold 4 chances at life in your hands. Who do you choose? The engineer who can keep the air flowing? The officer who can hold back the borders? The child who has never even seen a green field? Commander Valerius sends you a list. It is a priority list based on tactical importance. He sees assets, not people. You delete his message. This choice is yours alone. It is a terrible weight. You look at the 4 injectors. Then you look at the names on your screen. You feel the cold dread of the enemy's threat. You feel the commander's desperate pressure. You are caught between 2 apocalypses. And you have to decide who is worth saving. You made your choice. The engineer, the security chief, 2 other essential personnel. You try not to think about the child. You try not to think about the dozens of others. You administered the cure to each of them. The results were the same. A brief, terrifying flatline, then a surge of impossible vitality. Now, your 4 new patients are awake. They are with Jax in a sealed observation room. You watch them on the monitor. They are not talking. They are simply existing. Perfectly still. Perfectly silent. They are healthy. But they are not the people they were. The engineer, a woman named Alara, picks up a heavy diagnostic tool. She juggles it like it weighs nothing. The security chief, Kyle, tracks a fly buzzing near the ceiling. His eyes follow its path with impossible precision. He is not just watching it. He seems to be anticipating its every move. These are not grand, flashy powers. They are small, subtle shifts in reality. A violation of basic star science. They are stronger, faster. Their senses are heightened to a degree you cannot measure. They are an evolution. An unplanned, unforeseen, and terrifying evolution. You created them. You saved them from the plague. But you have no idea what you turned them into. Are they the future of humanity? Or are they the end of it? You look at their silver eyes on the screen, and for the first time, you feel a sliver of the saboteur's fear. Commander Valerius storms into your medbay. His face is a mask of grim determination. He is not a man who wastes time with pleasantries. He points a finger at the screen showing your 5 cured patients. His desperation is a sharp, bitter scent in the recycled air. "Doctor," he says, his voice low, "I have seen the reports. I have seen the simulations. Their reaction times are off the charts. Their strength is 3 times the human norm." He does not see patients. He sees a solution to his military problem. "This is not a cure," he says. "This is a weapon." He wants you to replicate the process. He wants you to create an army, a platoon of super soldiers to fight the enemy. He believes it is the station's only hope. His fear has made him reckless. He is willing to sacrifice their humanity for a chance at victory. You look him in the eye. "Commander," you reply, your voice steady. "I am a doctor. I do not create weapons." You tell him the changes are unstable. The long-term effects are unknown. It is a risk you will not take. Suddenly, my patient charts are military secrets. His face hardens. "This is not a request, Doctor. It is an order. A new battle line has just been drawn. Not in the void outside, but right here in your lab." You return to your lab after the confrontation. The door is unlocked. That is the first warning sign. You step inside. Your heart sinks. The lab is a wreck. Your primary data server is smashed. The delicate vials of research samples are shattered on the floor. Your gene forge, the machine that creates the cure, is a mess of broken glass and twisted metal. This was not a random act of violence. This was sabotage, precise and targeted. Your work is set back by weeks the station does not have. Your first thought is the enemy, a hidden agent. But there is no sign of forced entry. Whoever did this had access codes. Then you see it on a clean patch of your workbench, a small data slate. You pick it up. A message appears on the screen. It is from Lena, your medical assistant, the one you had been training for weeks, the one you trusted. The message is short. I am sorry. I saw what they are becoming. They are not human anymore. I fear them more than the aliens. I could not let you make more. The betrayal is a physical blow. She was not a monster. She was just afraid. And her fear has doomed you all. You are cleaning up the wreckage of your lab. A pointless, heartbreaking task. The door opens. It is Jack's. The other 4 are behind him. They move in perfect unison. A silent, silver-eyed cohort. You expect anger. You expect accusations. Instead, Jax looks at the broken gene forge with an odd detachment. He is not the saboteur, Jax says. His voice is calm, but it resonates with a strange new authority. You look at him, confused. Who is not the saboteur? Jax points a finger at Commander Valerius, who is striding down the corridor toward you. The commander did not do this, Jax says. Lena acted alone. We heard her thoughts. Her fear was very loud. Your blood runs cold. Heard her thoughts? The psychic broadcast was one thing. This is something else entirely. You can read minds, you ask, your voice barely a whisper. Elara, the engineer, steps forward. Not read, she says. We hear the surface noise, intent, strong emotions, and we can hear the enemy. That stops you completely. What do you mean? You ask. Kyle, the security chief, looks towards the outer hull. Their communications are not encrypted. They are telepathic. They think we are just animals. They do not bother to hide their plans from us. They are a new kind of human, and they are your only bridge to the enemy. The enemy fleet breaks its silence again. This time, it is not a wave of psychic terror. It is a voice, a cold, synthesized voice that speaks from every comm panel on the station. It is perfectly modulated, devoid of any emotion. It addresses the entire station. But the message is for you. We are the Elder Ones, the voice declares. Your existence is an anomaly, a brief flicker in the grand scheme of the starborn dark. The voice pauses, then it continues. The anomaly has now become a threat. You have created abominations, things that touch the great medium. They mean the psychic space, the one they command. The creator of this plague must surrender. You will deliver yourself and the 5 altered ones to us. The demand hangs in the air. Refuse, and your starborn home will be unmade, atom by atom. To punctuate their point, a single beam of purple energy lances out from their flagship. It strikes a small moonlet orbiting nearby. The rock vanishes in a silent, brilliant flash of light. The ultimatum is final. Surrender or face total annihilation. You are in the eye of the storm. Commander Valerius is preparing a squad to take you and the 5 into custody. He intends to comply with the demand. He sees it as the only way to save the station. The 5, you're cured, stand with you in the ruined lab. They are ready to fight, to die protecting you. You are caught between 2 impossible choices, so you make a third. You tell the 5 your plan. They look at you, their silver eyes wide with understanding. They will buy you the time you need. You run, not to the escape pods, not to the armory. You run to the station's central communications hub, the heart of its voice to the galaxy. Alarms blare as you override the door locks. Inside, a massive console glows in the darkness. This is the station's deep space transmitter, capable of sending a message to the farthest human colonies. Commander Valerius is screaming in your ear through your personal communication. He orders you to stand down. You ignore him. Your fingers fly across the console. You are not writing a message. You are uploading a file. Your entire life's work. The formula for the cure. All your notes. Your logs of the cured's evolution. The risks. The potential. Everything. You hit send. The data bursts from the station in a tight beam. A single defiant shout into the darkness. You have given your fire to the entire human race. The response from the Elder. One's is instantaneous. It is violent. There are no more warnings. No more ultimatums. Their entire fleet opens fire. Beams of incandescent energy hammer against the station's shields. The world becomes a symphony of destruction. Red alert klaxons scream. The deck plates beneath your feet tremble and groan. You are thrown from the console as a massive impact shakes the entire structure. Lights flicker and die. Emergency power kicks in, casting the hub in a blood-red glow. On the main view screen, you see the station's energy shield. It wavers under the relentless assault. It glows brighter and brighter. It is trying to absorb an impossible amount of energy. Sparks rain down from the ceiling. A section of the hull nearby breaches with a deafening roar. The shield holds for another 10 seconds. Then, with a final, silent shimmer, it shatters. It breaks apart like a pane of glass. The station is defenseless. The enemy's weapons now strike the hull directly. The final, brutal assault has begun. Just as the first energy beam strikes the naked hull, something impossible happens. In the observation deck, Jax and the other 4 stand in a circle. Their eyes are closed, but they glow with an inner silver light. They reach out with their minds, not with anger, not with fear, but with a focused, unified will. A new shield forms around the station. It is not made of energy. It is not made of any substance known to star science. It is a shimmering field of pure psychic force. The enemy's next volley of fire strikes it. The beams of energy dissolve. They dissipate into nothingness. The cured are holding back an entire battle fleet with the power of their thoughts. The station stops shaking. The roar of impacts is replaced by an eerie silence. On the view screen, you can see the enemy ships. They are firing erratically now. Some shots go wide. One smaller ship even fires on its own cruiser. The cured are not just blocking the attack. They are sowing chaos. They are fighting a war on a battlefield no one knew existed. The war for the mind. The Elder, ones are not fools. Their bombardment has failed. So they change tactics. Dozens of small, sharp objects detach from the larger ships. Boarding pods. They accelerate towards the station. The psychic shield is powerful, but it is permeable to solid objects. It stops energy, not matter. Good to know the galaxy's most advanced aliens use the turn it off and on again method. The pods slam into the hull. Explosive charges blow open holes in the station's skin. Alarms shriek about decompression and intruders. The battle has come inside. From the pods emerge the alien warriors. They are tall, slender beings. Their bodies are covered in a chitinous, black armor. They move with an insect-like speed and purpose. The station's few remaining security teams open fire. But the aliens are too fast, too deadly. The last stand for your home has begun. Jax and the other 4 leave the observation deck. Their psychic shield remains, a testament to their growing power. But now they must fight in the physical world. They move through the corridors like ghosts. Their enhanced bodies and precognitive senses make them perfect warriors. You see them on a security monitor. They are a silver-eyed storm, cutting through the invaders. You must get back to your lab. There is one last thing you have to do. You make it back to the med bay. The battle rages in the corridors outside. You lock the door and turn to the wreckage of your work. As you watch the cured fight on the monitors, you run a diagnostic on their condition. The data chills you to the bone. They are winning, but they are dying. Their new abilities are burning them out. Their cellular structure is degrading under the strain. The cure you gave them was incomplete. The version you broadcast to the galaxy is also flawed. It needs a final component, a bonding agent to stabilize the genetic rewrite. Without it, the power is temporary and always fatal. Your mind races. What could it be? What is the missing piece? You pull up the core formula. You see the gap, a space in the quantum matrix. It requires a unique biological signature to lock it all into place. A specific, living consciousness to act as the keystone. It has to be you, your mind, your life force. The machine can be reconfigured. It can translate your essence into the stabilizing agent. The process will be total. It will be irreversible. To perfect your cure, to make your defiant broadcast meaningful, you must give it the last thing you have, your own life. You take a deep breath. The sounds of battle fade away. There is a strange peace in this final decision. You reconfigure the gene forge. You bypass its safety protocols. The machine hums, ready for its final, terrible purpose. You look at the monitor one last time. You see Jack save a child from a collapsing corridor. Your choice is made. You lie down on the medical bed connected to the machine. You initiate the sequence. There is no pain, just a bright, warm light that fills your vision. You feel your consciousness being drawn out. It is unspooled like a golden thread. It flows into the heart of the gene forge. Your physical body dissolves. Your life becomes pure information, pure energy. A wave of this energy pulses from your lab. It expands at the speed of light. It is not a weapon. It is a message of completion. The wave washes over the 5 cured. They feel their power stabilize. Their cellular degradation halts. The cure is now perfect, permanent. The wave continues through the station. It strikes the alien borders. It does not harm them physically, but it slams into their hive mind connection. It severs the link between them and their fleet. The warriors fall to the ground, not dead, but inert, disconnected, lost. The enemy fleet, its soldiers suddenly silent, falls into chaos. Their command structure is broken. Panicked and crippled, they turn. They tear open a hole in space-time and retreat. The siege is broken. Your consciousness lingers for a moment. You are everywhere in the station systems. You see humanity's new dawn. You see worlds where children with silver eyes look up at the stars. They are safe. They are more than they were. Your sacrifice was not an end. It was the beginning of a new age. Your legacy is an altered and enduring humanity.